Leeds United 4, Wolverhampton Wanderers 2. Leeds United won another game of football. You'll hear an intro in a second that goes, never doubt your boy. It was never in doubt. Listen, honestly, I don't know why you doubt me. Remember I said some time ago that this would turn around instantly with a new man leading the ship. And in 4 games, Javi Grazia's lost 1 and picked up 7 points. Oh, my days. What a result for Leeds United. We will get into it, but like the intro is about to tell you, never doubt your boy. Leeds United are going to stay in the Premier League, going to sit in pretty in 14th. I think you need to dust off your passport. We're going on a title charge. Hey, please smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you on the other side.
I don't think I do it.
Arsenal started like house on fire. Signing number 2 for this new era. It's Judgment Day, people. Yeah! What did your boy tell you? It was never in doubt. Never in doubt. Don't believe in any luck, I believe I'm self-made, yeah. So, folks, before we get into the fine minutiae of the game, let me just say how elated I am that Leeds United have won another game of football, scoring 4 goals as well. We were defending really well since Gracia came in. He said, this is the first thing I am going to address. And he addressed that. He addressed that. We are much better defensively than we have been all season. And now we're scoring goals. That's 6 goals in 2 games. Goals for Bill Ayling, Rasmus Christensen, Rodrigo, and of course that man Jack Harrison, who was stellar today. Oh my days. Listen, hats off to the referee. Wolves fans will be spewing, howling. Ow! That's what they're going to be doing. They're going to be howling, chewing their YouTube screens, biting their phones. But listen, he gave a red card. He probably should have given 2. You know, Dawson should have gone. Instead, Johnny Otto went. And they have... Do you know what? I want to give him props, you know. I want to give him props. The reason I want to give him props is because the 4th goal that Rodrigo scores, and what a goal it was, by the way, a little dink over Jose Sarr, see you later. Traore is pulled back, but he still gets to the ball, at which point then, basically, Chris Somerville looks like he could have been shut out by Traore. He's that small compared to the man, and he wins the ball off him. And I want to say props to the referee because he's looked at that and he's gone, well, he's got to the ball and then he's been muscled off it by, you know, him. So that's on Traore. Listen, I talk about this all the time. Traore is just a bigger Dan James and an even bigger Alan St. Maximan. You know what I mean? It's like Pokemon. You remember Charizard, Charmeleon, all that sort of stuff? It goes Dan James, Alan St. Maximan, Adama Traore. They can dribble well, but have nothing else. Have nothing else. Junior Firpo dealt with him, came off. And then Stroud dealt with him. Javi Gracia using the squad to the best of his abilities. Leeds United will go into the international break, sat in 14th, having won another game, having only lost 1 in 4 in the league. We will come back full strength. You will have Sinistera fully back. You'll have Rodrigo fully back. And of course, you'll have Tyler Adams back close to full fitness. Maybe even Dallas. Maybe even Dallas. You know, and we've got some massive games coming up. You know, Arsenal, okay, write that one off. It is what it is. But we've then got 2 home games against Forest and Palace. Massive, massive games. Massive games. I'm elated. I'm elated. Like, what a result to go to Molineux and they've been in great form. They've been in great form. They have a decent record against Leeds at Molineux as well. But Javi Gracia, again, game plan. We get in front. Yes, first half, it was all Wolves. But listen, possession don't mean nothing if you don't find the back of the net. Leeds United were probably dwarfed on all stats today, including XG, but ultimately we found the back of the net 4 times. How many times have Leeds United had to deal with that this season? When it's been, oh, we've had all these chances and we can't score. Well, it's nice to have now the shoe on the other foot. You know what I mean? And they were well-taken goals as well. Willian Yonto started today, buzzing for him. He does really, really well. Early opening exchange, as you could see before, Wolves had already worked it out. That Koch and Vauban were kept spinning balls out to the left because he was left in acres of space. This is what had happened with Nonto. People were working him out. They were putting 2 men on him. He hadn't started for a while. He comes back into the starting lineup. Semedo nowhere near him, and he'd had a run at him just before when Voba played him in. Koch decides to play him in. Lovely cutback. And Jack Harrison, we know about confidence players. Bamford was the same. Bamford was really, really good today, and I think we lost something when he came off the pitch. I think he was giving Kilman, he was giving Dawson, and then Collins in the second half. He was giving them something to think about. And I was saying before Rodrigo scored that, are we going to get the Rodrigo pre-Jesse? Is he going to be able to do what he was doing under Jesse, under Grazia? Well, he scored today, so that's all that matters. Massively outperforming his XG, but it doesn't matter because what a finish that was. But back to the goal, you know, about confidence players, Jack Harrison finds the back of the net. We could have had another from him later on, but it was later on in the first half. But again, good defending. Leeds United defended really, really well. It was heart-in-mouth stuff at time, last-ditch tackles. Voba and Koch, solid again. Ayling, people say he had a bad game. He found the back of the net. I rate him. I don't think he puts a foot wrong, personally. Okay, a few times the ball comes out to Neto or Podence, but that's another thing. Their wingers are gash. I think Lopetegui got it wrong, taking off Ruben Neves. Without Ruben Neves, Wolves are a bad team for me. I genuinely believe that. If you take Ruben Neves out of that side, what are Wolves giving you? Nothing. Nothing, because he makes them tick. He was the best player in the first half. Don't know why he brought him off. Moutinho's okay, but nowhere near as good. The balls, I mean, you keep Neves on. You keep trying to get Traore on. I don't understand that substitution. Maybe he's not fully fit. Maybe he picked up a knock, but yeah, I mean, Leeds defended amazing at times. Like I say, Voba throwing himself in front of it. A lot of people were giving stick to Meslier, but Meslier again made some fantastic saves with his face, with his body. You know, I thought Sarabia was good for Wolves when he came on as well. Mateus Cunha, you could see, man, he was like, I didn't play for Leeds. He was dying to win that game. Took a wicked deflection off Voba. Voba, yeah, he's not getting nothing from me in terms of any sort of negativity. I think Voba has just took that defence to another level. Cox got better. Firpo improves week after week after week. Luke Ayling, again, solid. Another captain's performance and a goal. Ghosted in at the back post. No one marking him out that on the back of the net. 2-0 up in the second half after, you know, living on the edge towards the, well, in the second half, the whole of the second half, we lived on the edge. We lived on the edge. Rasmus as well. Oh, my God. I mean, Rasmus did a foul throw, obligatory. You know, you got Firpo, obligatory yellow card. You get Rasmus, obligatory foul throw. He came on the pitch. He was on the pitch, what, 22 seconds for Nonto? You could see, this is the thing with Grazia as well, right? Who can forget that game against Forest? They get 1-0 up. Steve Cooper comes out, changes it to a back five. Jesse keeps the same tactics, same mentality, and we don't have a Scooby-Doo, and he gets sacked. What happens here? Lopetegui changed it, went with a back five. He decided to put Traore and I think Johnny Otto, right wing back, takes Semedo off. He even put Lamina in. And then Javi Grazia reacted to that. Javi Grazia reacted to that and said, okay, what we'll do is we'll match them up. We'll go with the back five. Anyway, the sub worked a treat because Nonto was off the pitch for 22 seconds. Rasmus came on and he scored a goal. He scored a goal. I mean, he gets it off Johnny Otto, gets round Kilman, I think, and then puts it under the legs of Jose Sarr. Proper striker's finish. Proper striker's finish. Johnny Otto scores for Wolves. Gets a bit fortuitous for me. Meslier is right to come out. Sarabia puts a lovely ball through to Jimenez. What's Jimenez, by the way? What even is he? I don't even know what he is. I mean, he's not come back as a footballer since his injury. I'm sorry. I know, obviously, injuries caused that, but he's just not the same anymore. But it's a lovely ball from Sarabia, who I thought was good when he came on. Meslier has to come out. Rocker, sleeping. Could he have brought it down? Could he have just hooked it forward? Instead, he's tried to find Luke Ayling, and he finds Johnny Otto, who just dinks it straight over the keeper. Then, of course, Mateus Cunha scores with a deflected effort. And I can't lie, from that moment on, 15 minutes left to go, I'm thinking they're going to get one back. All I was having shades of is us being 2-0 down at their place and winning 3-2. You know, it was almost exactly like Rodrigo scored. Ayling scored. Ayling did the same celebration. I think Rodrigo did as well when he booted the ball into the away end. But when they got it to 3-2, I'm thinking, oh, no. But like I say, subs made again. Firpo on a yellow card. Traore causing problems. On comes Strauch. Fresh legs. Brendan Aronson comes off, who Brendan, again, for me, was good. There was a chance where he should have slipped Bamford in when we were 1-0 up. He had to go himself, but I thought Brendan was good again, ran himself into the ground, much like most of them did. Somerville comes on, he gets an assist. He gets an assist for Rodrigo. Thought Somerville was really good on that left-hand side when he came on. Really tight control along the touch time. A lot of the time making Collins look like a mug. He was really good. He gets an assist for Rodrigo. And again, I want to say, like to the referee, props to you, because there was nothing in that pull, because ultimately Traore gets to the end of Traore gets to the ball, but Somerville takes it off him. You know what I mean? Johnny Otto, he gets a red card. It was initially yellow on review, red card. But then again, you could argue that Dawson should have gone after 37 minutes for his challenge on Jack Harrison. Maybe that was playing in the referee's mind as well. But he went to the monitor, rightly changed his mind. Then Mateus Nunes, who was going to be this new signing, you know, inspired, etc. He got himself a red card off the bench. That's 2 red cards for them. Doesn't make great. Leeds United, though, sitting in 14th. I mean, you can't ask for more than that. People will bemoan the performance in the first half, much like they did at times against Brighton, but ultimately points win you prizes. It was an exceptional game of football to watch. As a neutral, not good as a Leeds fan, apart from when you're scoring goals, but we scored 4 goals away from home. Think about our record this season. That's our first win, I think, since October away from home. Last one come against Liverpool. You know what I mean? So what a return. Meslier playing his 100th game. Bamford's still looking for that goal, but I thought Bamford for me was really good again today. Yeah, you can't fault them when you're winning. You can't fault them when you're winning. We didn't have Adams today, and do you know what? In the first half, Neves pulled the strings. He was a one-man machine, right? He was a one-man machine. But they did all well. You know, they stayed in the game. They were combative at time. I thought Rocker played some nice little passes to Nonto a few times as well, which go missing, that go unseen. You know, for whatever reason, he sometimes get a bit of an unfair shake. But for me, yeah, it's just another good day, man. Another good day. Like I say, you know, Javi Gracia's come in. Yes, we lost in the FA Cup, but if we look solely at the league, he's won 2, drawn 1, and lost 1. It's a great turnaround. It's a great turnaround. And now we're in 14th. You know, Gracia's come now and he's spoken and said, playing a very good team, very good players. They have a very good squad, which they do. They are well organised. And I have all the respect for Lopetegui. I know how good he is. But ultimately, you know, we've won the game of football. I'd argue without Ruben Neves that Wolves are nothing, really. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. But like Gracia said, we're more clinical than we have been in other games. You know, defending, he said we could do better. But, I mean, we've conceded 2, but 4-2 away from home. I'm not grumbling, you know. All of them did well, and Gracia agrees, you know. Not just Cock and Voba, but he also said Weston, McKennie and Rocker as well. Coping with the loss of Adams. It's a big, big loss, you know, screening that back 4. But it's a very good win. And Gracia believed he was going to get that win midweek, you know. And he said the players did an amazing game. They deserved the reward and the 3 points. We should have good side of ourselves today. And, you know, Luke Ayling did an interview midweek on TalkSport, and we're talking about this resilience and being down there, and other teams haven't had that. Well, Leeds United have now won each of our last 4 Premier League games when starting the day in the relegation zone. That's mental fortitude, man. Do you know what I mean? That we say they don't have. But it's clear they do. Maybe we're too scathing on them sometimes. You know, it's a first top flight double over Wolves since 73, 74. You love to see it. And when needed, they've shown up. Leeds United have shown up. Do you know what I mean? And we're now, as I say, we're now in 14th in the table. It's amazing how quick it can turn around. Listen, the final word's going to be exceptional tomorrow. I hope you all join me for that. That's going to be a load of fun. 8 o'clock with the gang. We can all enjoy the international break now. 4 goals away from home. Only 1 loss in 4. Javi Gracia's Barmy Army. The Spaniard is keeping Leeds in the Premier League. And if he does, he deserves the job. He deserves the job. So thank you, Gracia. Thank you, Leeds United. We can enjoy a nice few weeks off now. Come back, play Arsenal. It is what it is. We move. And then, you know, we've got 2 home games against Forest and Palace. Imagine picking up maximum points there. Then we'll be nice. We'll be nice. Things to be happy about after the disappointment of last week. Even though we got a point, there are things to be positive about. We're 14th, baby. Listen, thanks as always for watching the Just Joe Football Show and showing all your support. I'll be live tomorrow for the final word. And, of course, Palace versus Arsenal, because that game concerns us as well, because Palace are down there in the mire looking for a new manager. Go get Jesse, man. Go get Jesse. Make it happen. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. Get your comments in. Hit the notification bell. And I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out. Leeds.